Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to look into the interview questions. Python interview questions basically asked in this organization known as Curatal. So if you want to look more about it, you can just have a look on the description here and about section, and you can explore more about the organization here. Okay, so you can also search it on Google and try it out. Okay, so let's not waste much of a time and move to the questions. Okay, so this is the first question. So basically they had asked to validate a number in Leetcode. So three questions were given, among which one has to be solved. Okay, so first question was validate a number, and a valid number can be split up into these components. So a decimal number, EE. Okay, so read it about the description, and here they have given some examples like for example, all the following numbers are valid numbers. So these are valid numbers here till here, and these are not validated numbers. Okay, so for this the code is simple. So first is start with the count, declare count as 0, and sx is the empty string which we are going to use here. Now for I in s basically means that whatever string they give here, so if I is alpha, that means if it is alphabet, and then if it checks for the character, if it is E, basically uppercase or lowercase, and it initiates or assigns these values to this string. Okay, so after that it increments the count. Okay, and if there is other alphabet other than this, it return false. Okay, so and also if the count is greater than 1, it returns false. Now what we are doing here is num is equal to s dot split sx. So whatever this is present, we are splitting it at sx, and then we are using try and except. So if len of num is equal to 1, and if the first digit is float, we are returning true. Else okay, we are returning true. Okay, else if this is also true, we are returning true. Okay, and if other than this condition are present, then we are returning false here. Okay, so to understand this, let's hop on to VS Code. So here I have taken this simple a here, that is 9053. so here this is the valid number. Okay, so this I am splitting it at E. Okay, this number, and then I am also printing the number and also the length of number. So basically this forms a list, and then we are running the try and catch block. So if I run this, you will see that it is minus 90 first one, and next is 3. Okay, and length of number is 2. Okay, and it is saying true because this statement has been executed. Okay, so because this is float of num, that is, you can see minus 90, that is true, and bool int of 3, that is also true. So in this way, like, it executes how the splitting takes place or validates a number, given number. Okay, so if I run this code, it passes the test cases. Okay, and if I submit it, it is accepted. Okay, all the test cases are passed. Okay, so next is let's go to median of two arrays. So what we want to do here is, first we need to sort or form one array or one list out of 2, and then sort the elements and find the median. Okay, so this is what I'm doing here. So for I nums2, basically second list, I'm appending nums1 dot I. So whatever elements are there in the list 2, I'm appending it to nums1. Now what I'm doing here is I'm sorting this nums1 and storing it in this sorted list. Okay, and length of sorted list, I'm storing it in length. Now if length is equal to 1, then the list is odd sized, so directly we can find the middle element, that is length divided by 2, and median is directly this. Okay, so median is this. Else for even size, mid 1 is len by 2, and mid 2 is mid 1 minus 1. Okay, so basically the prior element. So for example, for even size, if you consider 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, here the length divided by 2 is 2, right? So 0 1 and 2. Okay, so this will be mid 1, that is 2, and 0 1 and 2, yeah, that will be 3. Okay, and mid 1 minus 1, so 3 minus 1 is this 2. Okay, so 2 plus 3 divided by 2, it returns the mid. Okay, so like that. So this is how the code is. So if I run this, so accepted, and if I submit, it also gets accepted. Okay, so accepted. Now the last question, that is the shortest palindrome. Okay, so here is the description. So what the palindrome here is, so input A is given. So what we need to do is, you need to append these last letters in the front, okay, and till it satisfies the condition that it is a palindrome. Okay, so this second example, you can see A, B, C, D. Now D is appended, next is C is appended, okay, next is B is appended. So DCBA and BCD, so this is a palindrome, right? So DCBA and DCBA, okay, so it is a palindrome. So DCBA BCD, DCBA BCD, it is a palindrome. Okay, so in this way you need to validate it. So first things first, if the string is empty, I am returning 1. Okay, and if length of a string is equal to also 1, I am returning s itself. And if length of s is greater than 1, and if s satisfies that s itself is a palindrome, then also I am returning this string here. Okay, and then for example, after these conditions are satisfied, it usually is a palindrome. After that, we need to do this. So for I in range len of s, so x is equal to s of counter. So counter is like -1. So -1 in this sense, it starts from last index. So what I'm doing here, for -1 till end, so -1 till end. Okay, so whatever, like if it is -2, it goes ahead. Okay, so first things first, it starts from -1. So -1 is a, and after that g is equal to x of -1. Okay, that is in x everything plus this string, the original string. So what happens here is A, B, C, D, and the first character is appended is, so D. Suppose say D, first is D. Okay, so that is appended. So D, C, D, A, B, C, D, it will be happen. So it is not a palindrome. Now next what happens, it reverses these things C, D, and then it appends reverses this C, D, D, C and A, B, C, D. Okay, it is not still a palindrome, like that. Okay, so this is what it does. Now what I'm doing here is, so basically I'm reversing this. Okay, x of count, this is also I'm reversing, so that you see that D, then C is appended, then B is appended. But if you take it in -1 and -2, if you consider this, so it appends like C and D, so we want to reverse it. Okay, so that is why I'm reversing it and then adding to original string. Okay, and then I'm storing this into this, again I'm reversing, so that it satisfies the condition of palindrome. Now counter I'm incrementing by -1. Okay, so that it goes on appending these letters. Now if g is equal to this is equal to this, I'm returning directly g. Okay, so if I run this, so test cases have been accepted, and if I submit this, it is accepted. Okay, so not that good solution, but still, if you want to solve, just if you want to crack the interview, it's sufficient enough. Okay, need not worry about time and space complexity here. You just need to clear all the test cases, that's it. Okay, so these are the simple or the questions they had asked in Curatal organization for the role of data analyst itself, or you can consider as a Python interview questions. Okay, and okay, so the 3 questions were valid number, and then shortest palindrome, and median of 2 what is it 2 sorted arrays. Okay, so hope you learned something from this video, and if you do hit the subscribe button. Until then, take care, bye bye.